Involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right. Just had the open here. They bought it. Let's pull the charts up. It looks like we're a little bit, oh, well, we had a push down and now we're pushing back up. Okay. So that could just be the auction direction. And we do have news today, do we not? Let's check it out. Forex Factory. Just jolts in the, oh, the 10-year is tomorrow. We do have some auctions today though. What are they? Let's go to treasurydirect.gov. Upcoming auctions. Okay, what is on the 9th? We have 4-week bills and 3-year bills. Okay. So we do have some auctioning today, auctions tomorrow. A little cautious. They're already fading the open. We are just gonna sit tight. So let's pull up our link here. I need like the real link. There we go. That's it right there. And we're gonna submit this one to Steam it too. Yeah, let's post it. Okay, maybe a reversal there. Now we're at the view up. I might want to take a trade there. Okay. Well, now that's interesting. On this chart right here. Oh yeah, the volume weighted moving average on that indicator is bad, and I had to get rid of it. That's what the deal is. I don't know why, but it doesn't work on a volume chart. The view up thing doesn't work. Okay. Oh, actually, maybe it does. It's just treasuries or 30 years way down. The bands don't work, but the VWAP itself does. That's right. Okay. I think I got everything squared away here. Let's see, we got a couple of people watching. Good morning, everybody. Oh, and I always forget to connect to the demo system because it won't let me connect to them both at the same time. There we go. Okay. Pretty good push there. Are we going to get a fill? I'm super skeptical here. Actually, no, I take that back. Oh, we got 4,000 there. It's gonna be close, but I think we're gonna get filled.
Tucker said I'm short too at 130.
Oh, Tucker's already short. Okay. Okay. I think that was a legit fill. We put it in when there was 500, right? There was 12. Now it's 18. I think that's legit. A 30 year is now pushing low of the day. Look at that. Look at, they're pushing it down. Look at the hundreds. That might be a bit much. It might need to come back on us a little bit.
Tucker said looking for 115 and 110. What worries me is the 6K sold at 130 that I think the buyers are absorbing.
No.
Tucker said even though it's now 125 to 130.
That almost always absorbs some at the VWAP. Almost always.
Tucker said flat 130. Tucker said I'll get a better chance here somewhere.
Yeah, it might come up a little bit. Yeah. Let's look at our the crypto markets. So I've been mining some Verge here, and big news that we were waiting for came out. So what happened? Oh, hey, up 16%. So that's not bad. So I made like 10 cents. Nah, how much is it worth? Look it up here. How much do I have? 35. I have 35 Verge. Times 20 cents. $7. Okay. See, a coin's still down. Ethereum up, Bitcoin down. Let's pull up our nice Bitcoin chart. Ugh, I've actually been back and forth today in Bitcoin. See all that? Ethereum up, though. Bitcoin Cash also flat. Now I wonder here, is Bitcoin Cash is still just kind of in its range, huh? Oh, actually, it looks like it's maybe. I mean, it's the consolidation pattern has pretty much reached the end, so it's gonna have to pick a direction here soon. Okay, well that's good that that 125 is low. Oh, we did tick down. I missed that. We ticked down, but they're not quite ready to take it, huh? Well, I should be super cautious here then. Even though the trend is definitely down. I'm betting if we had started my strategy earlier, it would have gone short here. Good tick down.
Tucker said ZF is starting to lose ground.
You see here the 5-year chart. These two graphs, both are very, very red. Very unusual to see that little liquidity in the 5-year. Granted, we had a lot of volume go off both at each level and pushed through. This is a strong push down. I think that they definitely want lows of the day. And the 30-year has, you know, I'm pretty confident that the 30-year is going to break a new low here. It's going to keep going until 28, 29. Because we had this. So that's their target. And going back further, there is 150.15. That's a low. So we could get a push. I mean, it's a little odd. Well, not a little odd, but I guess I just wasn't expecting it with the auctions this week. But it does look like we're getting a strong move. And see here, even if they're absorbing like 6K, they just get plowed right over.
Tucker said I'm short 125 again, should have added to the 130s when I exited. Bidding 110 to exit. Tucker said just filled.
7,000, huh? Right through it like it was butter. I mean, I don't know if all of that was just people looking to get filled or spreading or what, but that is crazy. Okay, so let's think
Tucker
about this.
said 7K where?
110. Spreading. So
Tucker said, oh yeah.
We're steepening, which would mean buy the 10, sell the 30. Okay.
Tucker said on my DOM I'm seeing tremendous sell size BS buys.
That's probably all of these 6 and 7Ks are probably spreaders. That's my guess. Same with why we're seeing that
Alligator
in the 5-year.
said ZF looks like nobody wants to stay in front of the train. ZN wants to retest its O/N low, new low. Or maybe due to coming auction in 3Y.
Okay.
Tucker said steepening in terms of today's trade or a longer term trend. A fake last I checked the curve was flattening.
Today it is steepening.
Alligator said intraday.
Well,
Tucker said yeah, ZB was definitely the product to sell this morning.
yep. We're just explaining in the chat that when we steepen, and the reason we know we're steepening is just because the knob spread is going up. When we steepen, that means that traders are buying the 10-year and selling the 30-year. And that's why, even though the outrights are going down, we saw a lot of buying every step of the way. Same here in the 5, because you're going to buy the
Tucker
5
said
and sell
agreed.
the 10.
That's actually a great observation. I don't look much at yield curves when I'm in the trade, but the clear divergence between products should have clued me into that on the open.
Yeah. So now the question is why? Well, that sucks. I should maybe just get out.
Tucker said now if only these damn spreaders would step out of the way so I can sell in peace, smiling face with open mouth.
Well, the sellers want to fight here. You see the thousands showing up in the 30 now. I've never seen them square up like this in the 10-year. Obviously in the 30-year all the time, but not the 10.
Alligator said ZB at S2 so early. Note 151.0 is a long-term support.
Well, that's not what I expected. Almost 4,000 hit into it, and they just put almost 2,500 more back on. And there's a huge iceberg there. Wow.
Tucker said strange it would trade exactly at the 00s, no. Psychologically speaking, I'm sure lots of people have their eyes on selling that breakout. There are probably some eager beavers selling threes.
That's a 10K now. If this ticks back down, I'm gonna pull my order. Okay, they pushed through. Are they gonna push it back down?
Alligator said yes, and 16 is next long-term support.
Yep.
Order pending.
Wow. I got lucky there. It was a little flat-footed. Did you see that?
Tucker said 1,800 into 120 and we drop a tick? Odd that such little size pushes the market.
Right? What was that? Did they pull? It's not indicating that they pulled. It's crazy. Now the 30-year did touch 06, but they seem to be pushing down. Well, this guy is still fighting this buyer. He's cracking. Move our stop at least.
Tucker said I'm not seeing much I can work with. Stepping away for now and probably going to call it a day.
I think it's gonna go lower. Oh, you can add. Okay. Yeah, but you can't change the steemit after the fact. Okay. Now this thing going on in CF. Did we tick up? Yes, we did. Well, not tick up, but they started attacking 120 again. Wow. Here comes the spread robots selling it. All that. Okay. I was just about to say, expect them to trade down again, and we'll see how much they put up on the offer. This 2,500 is good, so we'll wait. CB never got above 6 tick pullback, so that's the main thing that makes me think they want the single print. Okay. ZB bot there. See if John's notes have the same spots.
Order canceled.
Oh, that was my thing. Okay, so it lost 2 ticks off of that one. Okay, well now that they've ticked up again. Yeah, I'm not putting a big offer on it. Good choice. I really should have taken the 110 the first time it touched. How many times now have we had it where it went 4 ticks in our favor and then it stopped right there and we didn't take profit? There you go. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Super quiet morning now. Once they hit that, they are kind of looking like they want to go higher though.
Heath set GM.
Hi, Keith. Okay. Yeah. Okay. A little wary of taking it at this spot now. Would be okay if I hadn't gotten out. If I hadn't gotten out and was still short 130 and looking at 110, then maybe it would. But right here, I think that they're just going to keep fighting in this range. So I could sell 115. What could happen is I could sell 115 and then I've got 110 to deal with that's got 7K bid at it. And it's going to absorb a lot. So then I might not even be able to take one tick. So as tempted as I am to punch into 115, I'm going to not do so. But that was some initiation selling for sure.
Trade the traders said the market velocity in ZB is too slow for pullback at 0.3. Good opportunity for long and absorption and Lang order at 0.2 front run possible.
Yeah.
Trade the traders said large order sorry.
I don't know. Let's see what alligator says. I'm interested.
Alligator said seems we're not going as low as O2 for now, ranging till equities open.
Yeah, he's probably right. That's a good point that I have forgotten, is that we're just kind of in the slow period. So we could wait for the equities to open and then see which way they want to go and decide if they're going to push one direction or the other. Because at the moment, there's probably zero. You probably have no real good probability either direction. It's a balance area. They both gave everything they got and can't push the other out. So something else has to happen.
Tucker said time for me to head to my day job. Good trading all.
Well, just wait for 10 more minutes. Oh my, Jamie Dimon says he regrets calling Bitcoin a fraud. JP Morgan Chase Chairman and CEO Jamie Dimon is backpedaling. The blockchain is real. You can have crypto dollars in yen and stuff like that. ICOs, you got to look at everyone individually. The Bitcoin was always to me what the governments are going to feel about Bitcoin when it gets really big, and I just have a different opinion than other people. Yeah, I still think he's right. If Bitcoin becomes popular, the government is going to have something to say about it.
Trade the Traders said ZB03 single prints from December 26, 2017.
Is it 03? Yeah, but they already broke it. I was looking for 30. See, they didn't really... I guess they did. But you get 30 and then you get the low, it's like 16. Right? I think that's the lowest it ever got. Oh no, I take that back. We were in the 150. We did touch 151 at one point. I don't know if the single prints really matter at the moment. There they go again. Okay.
Heath said not seeing any good selling in UB yet. Moved up on pretty light volume.
That was a very, very aggressive take right there. They sold 8,000, immediately put up 3. He saw his chance and took it. Yep.
Alligator said yes and ZF down too.
Oh man. Okay. Now, interesting that the E-mini is actually going down at the moment. As soon as I saw that 10 and the 3000 punch there, I should have hit the 110. Bond market is doing something it hasn't done in 52 years. Volatility has sunk to a multi-decade low. I believe this is going to open the door to an inverted yield curve, according to this guy. Theoretically, this should encourage the 30-year Treasury yield to fall beneath that of the 2 and 5-year. I'm a little skeptical about that. I mean, that's an awful long way to go for that to happen.
Alligator said ZT follows. If 295 breaks down could push all of them down, looks like another bear steep ender.
Yep. Jeez. Now they're gonna do a level break setup?
Trade the Traders said ZB looks like classic blow AOU attack reversal.
He keeps thinking that it's a reversal. I don't believe him.
Block sell.
Alligator said trade the Traders, so what have you done? Bot.
Well, what price did he do it
He
at?
said LOL.
100? Block sell. Wow. That is insane. We have not seen a 6,000, have we?
Heath said, man. We pushed down in UB, but none of them have been aggressive. Loaded down on light volume / pulling. Seeing more aggressive buyers at the moment. Trade the traders said alligator I buy Q01 stop under large order.
Yeah, what do you think, Keith? Here's the UB. I mean, there is some absorption and stuff, but...
Heath said could be. Still new to it?
He's new. He just still hasn't been watching it long enough to say. I mean, the question would be, I wish I had my JT volume up to see how much is the volume in UB compared to like last week. But
block sell.
jeez. Okay, there's a rate lock.
Block sell.
Okay, out.
Heath said, wow. Moving now.
Dude, that volume. Do you think he could keep going? That was insane. Look at this, guys. And look at this. Nuts. Just nuts. And it could
Heath
go for
said
another
still
like
those aggressive buyers in UB. Then they just give up and get swept. Weird action.
man, and it takes another leg. Well, I feel okay having gotten out at +3, even though it went much further, just because how often have we actually seen that much volume trade at a
Alligator
price
said not so large range,
and
but
did
we're
not
not
go?
used to such moves anymore. Hope we will see more this year if reflation happens.
Okay, so now we get something going on here.
Heath said at a good support level in UB. Heath said daily level.
Did my automated thing take a position? It didn't. It didn't. That sucks.
Alligator said yes.
Man. Okay, well, I've taken 5 ticks. Yep. Five ticks. There was 3 more in it. So could have had 8. 9, 10, what I missed when I got out of what was a good trade. Hauser. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the low today. No thanks. How are you guys doing? Oh, so I haven't even looked at the YouTube chat for a little bit. HTV Network, can we please take a look at your specialized BTC chart? BTC price action is really unhealthy. Raid lock. I have no clue what raid lock is. Oh yeah, so there's the Bitcoin chart, HTV. I mean, there's the futures chart. You want the valuation thing though, don't you? I haven't even generated it today. I suspect it would go down today. It was 80 yesterday. It is 76 today, so new low. Wow. Look, we got out here. 4 more in it. That's funny that today there's a thing about low volatility in the Treasury market on CNBC, and we have this monster move. Well, buyers are really trying to hold it here, but I feel like the more they fight it, the worse it gets.
Alligator said LOL.
Yeah. I could have sold the low there and made some.
Alligator said perfect timing by media.
Yeah. Alligator's got he must be watching the stream. It is funny. I mean, they're right. It has been slow lately, but I felt like you know, it was just that whole period like around August, October
He
when
said yes
volatility was really low.
Seth, LOL.
Yeah. The more they fight, I don't know. So many things. I keep saying so many things, and then they pull it back up. I think that the next target in ZB is going to have to be that 16. But that's such a far move on the chart. It's possible we actually have had moves that big, haven't we? But it's just it's still pretty far away, so I'm a little cautious about calling like, oh, it's definitely going to get there. Anyways, I'm super ADHD. You wanted the chart, so I'm gonna show you the chart because you asked. Of course, what you really should do is you should just subscribe, right? Okay, it's the 9th. Yeah. So you see it's kind of doing something interesting where you see these spots right here where it's a little bit thicker. It's like bounced around there many times, and that's what we're seeing right here. I have to agree though with you, HTV. I have to agree with you that the BTC price action is really unhealthy at the moment. So let's bring this over here. So we already pointed out Bitcoin Cash is at the end of an Elliott triangle and could break out to the upside, or at least that's what we're expecting to happen based on our chart here. Okay, well, we could still have another leg lower, so it's hard to say on Bitcoin Cash. I bought some. I'm waiting for this to come back down here again to buy some more, but I'm not sure if it's just going to take off here or not. Okay, then over here, Bitfinex markets, where's Bitcoin? There it is. Okay, here in Bitcoin we had a higher low, a higher high, and now it was ranging a lot here. They took another step up, and then they immediately started fading it, and we already went below this consolidation zone. So in Bitcoin, we could be looking at a lower low and a lower low. I mean, you could flush really quickly, but the probability of it, I don't know what the probability of it doing it is. I'll also add that here you can see we're just struggling to even hold the VWAP right now. So Bitcoin is definitely in a sell. Yeah. I mean, if I was day trading it, I would be short. Longer term, I don't think that based off of that we have too good of a probability on what it's going to do next. And the problem that I have, the conundrum for me in my trade, is that I'm long Bitcoin Cash and my indicator looks good and the chart looks good, but if Bitcoin itself crashes here, does it matter? Right? So Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, it did calm down a little bit. How big was this red dot here? 19. 19. What price was that at? Okay, so that was at 80, 85. So we might get sucked back up there. Yeah. Someone else in chat, Rackley, is pointing out here that what you're seeing is potentially another shoulder to push us lower. And basically, we did get the volume spike there, so that's good for price action. But if we don't get back up to this 1700 quick, it's gonna get ugly real quick. So that's what I'd be watching. HTV, thanks for the chart. I was actually expecting the Seth indicator to be near 150. Well, no, because I mean it got up there, right? Before the big December crash, and I consider it a crash because it did go down 50% at one point. We were pushing like 136, and what I've been saying is that anything over 100 is overbought. So I think that the indicator did correctly predict the decline. Now the question is, does the old behavior hold? Because at the moment it's not really, well, I guess it kind of is. So what I mean by the old behavior is that every other time that it's gotten over 100, it went all the way back down to the other side of the channel. And that's what I'm expecting to have happen again, is that we'll get down to that 50. And for us to get down to that 50, we're going to have to be at like 8K or something like that. That's just like, I went through and I calculated it out, like based on what the current transaction value is, and kind of reverse engineering my algorithm to say what price would it have to be to reach 50. It was at 8K. But of course, when we get down there, it might decrease interest and volume might go down. And so it might even be lower than 8. So I would say put 8K if you're short.
Block
8K.
sell.
Wow. He's still selling it. How big was that one? 3. See a move like this, I don't want to just keep taking them. That's why I'm trying to distract myself by talking to you guys about Bitcoin. Anyways, so I would set the target to be 8K. And then when we get to 8K, we redo the calculation. That's kind of what we did here. So as I said, okay, it should get to 150 at 15K. And then I said it should get there at 20K. And then when we were at 20K, it was reading like 23. So that kind of gives you like the super high end. Like if it gets there, really high probability that it's going to happen. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the thing, just because I said, you know, if the indicator works this time to predict the crash, I'm going to put everything that I can into it next time. So I might not put it into Bitcoin, but you know, when we get to that 50, I'm going to be buying some stuff. Probably Ethereum. Yeah. So did any of you guys in the bond channel take other parts of that leg? In fact, are any of you in a position right now? So much volume going through still. And here again, it's like, okay, yeah, you just bought 10,000 and you bought 7,000 on the other side of the iceberg. And so you've got 20,000 people that have put orders in here at 60 and 6.5. And all that means is that they just have to pull at 6 and they're all going to puke, and we take another step lower.
Alligator said still short ZN.
Wow, alligator's still short. Where did you get in at, alligator?
Alligator said no target. Alligator said 14.
Damn, boy. Well done. A really good job, alligator. You held it through that whole thing. Good for you.
Heath said no trades for me this morning. Weird action and I'm just watching. Still in awe of all this buying, then they just give up and it slices down. Alligator said LOL, every day is a new day.
Okay, so here's the question. So do you think that it was a bad trade to get out at 08.5 where I did? When we were selling that strong and pushing 15s? Should I have read that as a signal that it was going to take another leg lower? He's typing.
Alligator said according to your graph, there was some good entries, right? What was weird? DOM.
No, he's asking Keith. Yeah. Well, so let's look at Keith's chart here. So interesting. So this is in the ZB, and you can see there was the buying there, and then they puked. They just got slaughtered. No, it's definitely weird because it's trend day behavior.
Heath said, I guess it's weird to me because of how fast it moved after the buying. Normally you will get some fighting back and forth before pushing in a direction. This was buyers trying to hold.
They held for a minute and then they all puked so fast you can't get in. Yep. Yep. I mean, the same thing happened to me up here, right, Keith? Because I was short
Heath
120.
said without market orders at least.
They came in and I was looking to maybe get 10 and I couldn't get it. And it came up and then it dropped really fast and it didn't hit 10 again. And then I was like, well, maybe they're going to actually hold it. And then it just kind of ranged. And when it got to the bottom of the range, the guy sold everything that he had at 10 and put a big order up. And I was like, oh, well, I should try and get it filled at 10. And of course, there's no way you can get filled at 10 because immediately somebody sold nine halves. I actually was here at 110, wasn't it? Yeah, it was at 110. So he sold everything that was at 110 and then immediately, look, it only took 500 to clear 10 half. And I'm sitting there with a limit order. When you see those ones, you punch it and close your eyes. And that's what I did. That's right. I saw that and it took another one and I was like, okay, fine. Punched it and it went. Yep, without market orders. Same with when I got out and it was at, oh, where was it? 7. And I was like, this could take another leg lower, but I'm too afraid to take it because I don't want to sell the low. But if you'd taken that risk, you would have gotten paid another 3 ticks. So, Keith, are we unfinished in ZB? So I see 3 here, but I don't know, how many times it traded that. I'm assuming it's unfinished. I never liked those loud keyboards. Man, I can't type without the mechanical keyboard anymore. I love it. I really want one for the office, but I'm going to need to find one that's quiet. I just need to find, I just need to buy one of those mic boom things. I've been saying this now every day for like the past week so that I can get the microphone like right here next to my mouth. And then I can lower the volume on the microphone and the microphone will be closer to my face than it will be to the keyboard. And you won't have to listen to that crap anymore. Okay. Okay, there was finally a decent take by the buyers. What about Twitch? Still not tons of success on Twitch. All we've had
Alligator
44
said
views.
it's always to catch the train, but today there was a pullback, with technical target much lower, so you could pay a few ticks with reasonable risk. The hardest for me is to adjust from
day to day. The first hour in Bund is often important for my confidence. That's good advice. Yeah, that's a good point. Because remember when we were coming, we had some guys were saying this could be like a reversal, or I have like a stop order down here.
Alligator said seems 06 is a solid low.
Yeah. He was saying I have a stop order down here, and I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Not only because we had just seen Tyler, but also because we knew that there was like single prints below us. In fact, I'm still a little bit wary about buying it here because ZB's still got another 4 ticks to go. Let's see what happens. We're just watching now.
Heath said wow. Alligator said aggressive sellers after bad jolts, strange.
Oh, did we just get jolts? Of course. Totally forgot about that. That was bad too. Let's pull up Chrome here. Let's pull up TweetDeck. Let's see if there's any rumors out here about why we came down. Futures trader. ES had a classic mid test at 27.50.75. 27.50.75. I see. He's talking about this right here. They're not going to want to buy it above that. And here, when did the move really start? Right here, 718. The E-mini went higher, and we sold off big time. And then the E-mini sold off. The E-mini doesn't like that higher rates, does it? Okay, so now we're getting a long signal, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, I pulled that one off quick.
ETH said long 03. Alligator said working an exit.
We haven't had a good 11 tick zipper setup in a while, so this one should be interesting. Okay. So that'll be 6.
Alligator said F.
Or sorry, that'll be 12 ticks. I think the anti-core truth bombs are having an effect. Bitcoin on Twitter has become active again with 660k followers saying positive stuff about Bitcoin Cash. There is a wash trading to keep it alive though. Yep, I agree. I saw that as well, Justice, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be long Bitcoin right now, but when I look at, I mean, that's just the sentiment, and I've found that to lead me wrong so many times, so I can't really say what the historical probability of it is. I think that my indicators can go back to the other side of the channel, like it's done in the past. It's a hard one. It's a hard one for me because, like, you're looking at it and you just sit down and you say, okay, when this gets above 100, what is the historical probability that we come down? And since Bitcoin has become a mature trading product, the probability is 100%, right? So how many, there's no such thing as a trade that's 100%, right? It's going to fail at some point. So I'm kind of just sitting here like, well, it's been doing really good so far, but we don't have a ton of history to look back at either. So it's hard to say, but based on what it's done, it's going to go back to the other side of the channel. Okay. So now we are at 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's easy to become negative on Bitcoin being in Bitcoin Cash circles, but there's still people pouring in who didn't know diddly squat. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Heath said yeah, nope.
You don't
Heath
realize
said LOL.
you don't realize how many people are out there that don't really know a whole lot about what they're investing in.
Heath said gave back my 2 ticks I got going with the trend.
It didn't work? Oh yeah. Oh, well, I think this is going to tick back up again. But the probability drops after 15 ticks, so if it doesn't come out after the 7, I get out. Okay. You're going to push it back into the zipper.
Alligator said ZB so close to target now.
Yeah, they didn't touch it.
Heath said damn 2K at 16.
Oh, come on, this should tick up. Okay. Hmm. Okay, there's 16. Somebody sell it. Nobody wants to sell it, huh? Oh man. There we go. Man. Oh, no, that wasn't the one that you wanted to put. Okay, well, it didn't stop us out, so I'm just gonna keep it. Now it's a failed breakout. Not that there's any probability on that, but it's a different pattern now. Excuse me. Okay, well, they touched 16. Always these games at 16. Oh, I got stopped out. Did we take 3 on it? Yeah, 2. Okay, that's okay. It's a good setup. Didn't work. Oh well. I want to see here. When were we saying? Use that last column. Hmm. Because that's not. Yeah. That makes sense.
Alligator said ZF at S2, we could see a bounce there.
Trying to see when did we. You think there's just another leg in it? So here in CN, let's pull this back. That low was 123, 125. So we're already below that? Yes. In fact, is this the low for the year? Well, not for the year, but for quite some time. Look out below. Wow.
Alligator said trying L055.
122.18 half. I'm gonna try this because I'm seeing the volume gets stuck there on the way back up. So I kind of saw that, and then Alligator says he's trying long too, so that kind of makes me feel a little bit more confident. Good deal. So I still want 7.5.
Block buy.
Nice. Okay.
Order pending.
What? Is it taking long here? No, it's taking it short. Why is it taking you short? That isn't making sense. It's messed up.
Order canceled.
Did it just get out? Yep. Okay, well I got 2 there. That's good. Ignore those ones because those are from the other account. Am I able to filter it so that... I guess not. I wish I could get rid of the robots because that was the robot and that was the robot. But the total profit and loss is just what's in Jigsaw, so that's good. Ah, so it was the 10th. So I wonder. Oh, the 12th, actually.
Trade the Traders said ZB Weekly Profile.
Oh, it looks like there was maybe a little bit more in it. I should have waited. They think that they're going to get stuck at the 6.5 area. It's going to be 7. 6.5, 7. There you go. There was my third tick. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool.
Alligator said ZT up, maybe more, 0.90 at best IMO. Trade the traders said ZNMP/VL.
Still not filled. Okay, would have been filled. I guess I need to be a little more, need to hang on a little bit longer. The E-mini is unhappy. ZF is almost to the VWAP.
Trade the traders said ES.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. My robot might try taking another short here. Let's see. If we could take another tick down, like if we take 18, it might do it. Hmm.
Alligator said resistance met ZFZ and ZB, fulcrum. My scenario pullback then higher later. Dominic said GM all.
Okay.
Dominic said I missed all the fun with you guys. Big
Oh,
moves
man.
encountered today so far. Smiling face with open mouth.
Yeah. Did you take any? Did you take any trades, Dom?
Dominic said I tried but got whipsawed in the ZF earlier.
Hmm.
Heath said nice colors trade the traders smiling face with open mouth. Dominic said down a few ticks for today. But looking for a bit more downside here. Dominic said I have been looking at the comparisons with DES. Interesting how correlated things have become.
Yeah. So this is the fun thing. This is why you want to know about treasuries. Let me show you. Let me pull this over. This is why treasuries are the best thing to learn on. Okay, so there's ZN and here's ES. Okay, so here in ES, we had a big push up and then a bit of a flush and then a bit of a flush.
Dominic said I want to be out of ZF at 22.5.
So can you see here?
But frankly, not sure we can get a limit fill there.
22.5. Oh, so he's short and he wants to get out there. Okay, we'll see. Anyways, so here we have this huge move in CB, and the E-mini was actually going up through some of it. Isn't that interesting? Then ranging here. So it's almost like the treasuries went down, and right about here, right about here is when the E-mini. So a good 20 minutes later, the E-mini's like, oh crap, that sucks. Higher interest rates, I don't like that. That's what they did today. I can't tell you how often I see a move in treasuries, and then as soon as the move is done, you could turn around and do a trade on the E-mini. Now it's contextual. The correlation doesn't always hold up, but you can kind of, based on the situation, you can know. So in this time right now, this situation is
Dominic said props have to take the long patient road to get there.
Yeah.
Smiling face with open mouth.
In this instance, the setup is that rates are increasing dramatically, and investors aren't going to like that because that holds back growth. So yeah, good correlations there. Okay. Mm. Good morning. See a couple more people join the stream. There you are. Bitcoin just kind of flat right here. Kind of funny. Kind of making maybe a head and shoulders pattern, but the volume flat. It might be flat right there because that there.
Dominic said lots of traffic there. Smiling face with open mouth, nice job. Dominic said name this chart.
Is that the E-mini? No. Yeah, that is the E-mini. E-mini's doing interesting stuff
Dominic
today,
said
innit?
look at the bottom side wicks in the 5 min.
So you think that's a buy?
Dominic said these guys just won't give up.
Kind of interesting, the E-mini. I don't know what the E-mini is really going to do. I just don't have a read. This could be a good place to sell it. I mean, look at the daily chart. I mean, come on. Let's refresh. Just make sure that the knob spread here is. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to fix our knob spread. It needs to be 0318. Okay, there we go. Okay, so flattening, 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 steepening. Interesting, no? You notice here, let's see here. Okay, so that was a steepener. This one right here. This day it steepened. Went flat for Even you just went dead for a long time. Well, but that was the end of the month.
Dominic said I'd be guessing. But my gut tells me we're heading up.
Interesting. I can't really tell.
Dominic said LOL.
Right? I'm glad you find that amusing, Dominic. Because it scares the bejesus out of me. Not that I'm saying it's going to go down, but I'm just saying we're
Dominic
really
said
high up.
BTC feels high too, right?
What does BTC? No. So BTC looks like it's going to sell, but I can't really. Yeah, take a picture of this one for you. I think that Bitcoin is going to sell, but I am not necessarily seeing that in the chart, right? Does that line up with what I was saying earlier? Or no? Like my reasoning would be, why do I feel like it's going to go lower? I think that there's been a lot of things happening that are threatening the confidence of Bitcoin holders, particularly the Bitcoin Twitter account coming out and saying positive things about Bitcoin Cash is one of those broadsides, but also price just trying to push and make a new high and failing there, I thought hurt a little bit. Granted, it's not like a huge loss for them until we make a lower low. If we made a lower low, then I would be shorting the hell out of it. But where it is right now, it's still impossible to tell. And then the other thing is just that every time that my indicator is signaled to sell off, it sells until we hit the bottom of the channel. So that's only happened 3 times, but that's been my observation. That's my play. I think it could continue to going down. Well, we're still at 6.5, so maybe we really are at balance. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the crypto markets here. I'll just pull it up so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Since treasuries aren't, although every time I kind of am like, okay, let's look at something else because this isn't too interesting, and then it will do something interesting. So we'll see. Okay, so Bitcoin flat. Ethereum is in a good spot. Really like the Ethereum price. Or I mean chart. Bitcoin Cash. It's okay. Cardano. This is one I find really interesting because I hear nothing about Cardano. Do any of you guys have an opinion on Cardano? They're in the chat. I don't understand why that one is so high. Stellar. IOTA down. That's interesting. Didn't IOTA get up to like 5 at one point?
Rackley3 said not sure. I've taken small positions in DRG and Lend QSP with some of the gains, but I'd guesstimate $65.
Was asking him how much he made out of the out of his scalping. Neo taking a run. It's a little interesting. I don't know what's going on in Neo to cause that. Right blocks, wow. Back when I said on the 10th, buy it. If you'd put $100 in it, you'd have $2,400 now, almost $3,000 at one point. Very sad. I think this is going to come back down now, though, maybe to 16. That's just too much. That's you know, a peak. It's going to consolidate, like all cryptocurrencies tend to do. Boom, 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 Verge. I'm in Verge. Man. So, do a month. The price movement in Verge has been pretty volatile, hasn't it? But it is holding. Actually, pretty good uptrend there when you actually look at it. So I have some Verge. Problem with the Verge though is it's only it's worth like almost 25 cents, right? And when you look at the oh wait, let's go back. You know, there's just a lot of supply, but they're close to the max supply. That's why I've been mining it, because you won't be able to, well, you won't be able to get new coins at least. I think that this one could go up. I don't know what'll happen if I mean, because to get the price to go up much more than $1, you're gonna have a huge increase in market cap, and it's gonna put it up here.
Some really good signals with the new setup. Excited by what I'm seeing. Now I just need to get used to UB.
Okay, so did my robot take a short? It did not. Need to figure out a better way to get it to exit than the volume weighted moving average because it's too late. Maybe stochastics? Neo has an event with all the developers this month. Oh, okay. Deep Onion already does what Verge wants to do. I don't get why people are so wild over it. Well, I don't know. I've never heard of Deep Onion. I'll tell you, here's why I like Verge. and it's really dumb, but if I come to why IIMP, so I was coming in here, and I don't remember how I came across this or what, but I was going, okay, so what are other people mining? Notice how many
Dominic
people are mining Verge with X17. You can actually mine Verge with like 5 different algorithms or something like that. 70 gigahashes. So I'm like,
so the white bars are CD uptick / downtick and the colored bars are uptick / downtick volume.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so I'm like, well, why is everybody mining Verge? That just seems a little weird. So I start mining it, and here, this is all I've mined it. So I haven't really mined it that much. And it's given me 35 Verge, which I think we calculated it out to be $7 earlier, right? Yeah, $7. So in one night, in a night and a half, I've made $7. Everything else that I mine, it's like $3 to $4. So, and then here's the really weird thing is that if I go to what to mine, yeah, here we go. If I go to what to mine, oh look, X17 isn't even listed there. You can find it here though. If I go to, oh, no, that's not what it is. Where do I find it? X17, what to mine, here it is. Okay, so they do have a calculator, right? And their default is saying, oh, you know, you'd make a cent or something like that. Except for that my hash rate is like 7,600, right? Now you're making $6 a day. So I've been mining Verge mostly because I make more from mining it. Well, that was a pretty strong tick down there. Was that the low of the day? Yeah. Wow. That is pretty overdone, I think. Oh, it's actually only second deviation move. Still. Anyways, so the main reason I'm mining Verge is because I make more from mining it, and it is a limited supply, so I can only mine it for so long. So I'm just going to mine it until the supply is up. And then I'm going to do this for another one, Grotessel. Or Growestel, or I don't know how you're supposed to say it. It's based off of an algorithm, and it's supposed to be a lighter algorithm. And I'm get okay on that one, but that's also like almost half mined out. And I kind of feel like that just the fact that it gets mined out will make it go up long term. Yeah, let's go back to you guys. What do you see? Yeah, that's true. Verge is very accessible. Yes. Yeah. It's good mining. And the thing is that nice hash, they don't have X17 built into nice hash. So basically there's like this really great mining opportunity and nobody knows about it. Of course now you all know about it, so don't mine it all out. Don't increase the difficulty, please. Don't go and make an X17 ASIC and screw us all over. Granted, you'd still be able to mine it after that, right? It's just you'd only get the fees or whatever. I'm kind of interested to see what happens when a currency that high up mines out. Oh yeah, they did ticket. Dom got 6 and Keith got 9. I only took 5 ticks today. I mean, how do you know how low it's going to go? So as that happened, did the E-mini move? The E-mini moved up.
Dominic said I have no idea. Smiling face with open mouth.
So that's what caused the new low. Where did I say?
Dominic said imagine yourself in the pit. Dominic said what are they saying? Who's doing what?
Though they still, I thought that they got, well, tried researching it and I was
Dominic
uncertain
said smiling face with open mouth.
if the treasury pits were still open or not. I think that they very recently closed.
Dominic said yes. LOL.
Yep.
Dominic said literally like a pogo stick.
It's a little suspect. You could maybe take another long here in the treasuries and be okay. A little risky though.
Dominic said agreed.
Sucks that my robot didn't take one there. So that the volume was not enough.
Heath said good long signal. I took it. Dominic said back up here.
Yeah. See, I'll show you. This is the chart that my robot uses. And it was saying that they're selling it. But we weren't below the VWAP and it didn't take one. So
Dominic said I'm holding short. Glad to be wrong. I'm paying to learn here.
I think we need to refine the robot's entries here a little bit. I like the moving average. I like saying we have to be below the moving average for sure. Maybe some stochastics. And you have to try and add a bunch of different things to try and find something that's more of a leading indicator to get out when we get this. You know, like this should just stay short until it gets that tick up and then it should get out. Well, if it's a trend day, it could just go all day. Could keep going for another 2 hours. Oh, look, now the E-mini is making a new high. A really strong run there. Oh, he's saying I didn't catch that, Rackley, though. You were saying, oh, I made about $65, I'd say. Except for you didn't mention that he was trading $100 worth of crypto back and forth. So he's basically doubled it scalping. Oh, man. Monstar99, I bought some Bcash yesterday because of you. Late, but yeah, the entry was good. Well, cool. I hope it works out. Sitting at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, and Bollinger Bands aligned with the 50-day moving average. Yeah, there's just a lot of things in Bitcoin Cash to make it look like it wants to jump up. So we'll see. In a week, we'll revisit that trade and see if it was good or not. So it's really like the second trade we've taken off of the indicator. First one being taking profits in Bitcoin. Rackley says stochastics doesn't lag. Yeah, but is that really the best kind of leading indicator sort of a thing? You know, would stochastic? Well, I can guess I can add it onto this chart, can't I? Bum bum bum. And I can probably do I not have stochastics in here? Oh no, wait.
He said, whoa.
Yes,
Scratch.
Stochastics. I think we were doing like 5 and 50 on these other ones.
Heath said I was seconds away from taking 2 ticks on that, uneasy face.
Take it when it's above 80, maybe. So I tried RSI. Yeah, it should be good for 0.2, I think. Yeah, well, if Bitcoin goes down, the interesting thing about Bitcoin, the interesting thing about the setup is that at the moment, Bitcoin does not look good at all, and Bitcoin Cash looks really good. So now you're going to have a situation where maybe Bitcoin Cash doubles. So like Bitcoin Cash goes to like 4,000 and Bitcoin goes to 8,000, like best case scenario. Then maybe a lot of people might start taking a look at that more seriously, right? Because at that point, all the amateurs have been washed out of the market. And everybody who's left is saying, maybe Blockstream lied to me. Maybe Bitcoin Cash is the true Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's kind of what's going through my head. That's the picture that I'm seeing right now. I scalp trade with the stochastics and RSI, but you have to look at more than one time frame.
Dominic said so close, Keith.
If the 15 and 1 say sell, but the 5 says buy, I'll go with the longer time frame.
Dominic said, is this where we flatline for lunch? LOL.
Well, so I'm primarily interested, though, in it for exits, right? So what I want is I want something that, you know, when we have 4 or 5 ticks of profit, is going to be sensitive and get me out towards the extreme of it. So if we go up a tick and then it ranges for a little bit and it goes a bit lower, I'm okay with getting out on that trade. You get what I'm saying? Like with this one, like I was just saying with this one,
Heath said, yeah, I might be done.
I don't know.
Sitting at +8.
I don't know why it didn't enter here. I don't know why it didn't enter here because we were below the VWAP. The MACDs were going down. There was probably something else. They have a couple of other qualifiers. So something about it that it didn't like. So I need to adjust that. But let's say it took the short here. As soon as it starts coming back up here is when I would want to get out. So is the right thing to say when the stochastics is below 10, then I want to get out, or something like that. Good job, Keith. Now we just need to get you to go and put that on your Combine account. You got the skills for sure. I think you've won almost every... How many losing days have you had in the month of January? I think there was one, right? For exits, I throw a fib on it too. You just Fibonacci numbers and use the last swing and do extension or something like that. I feel like the whole of crypto depends on BTC surviving in the short term unless all of these exchanges all of a sudden switch to Bitcoin Cash pairs. Yeah, well, okay, that's a good point. In order for there to be a flipping, some exchanges would have to start switching. There is at least one exchange that's all Bitcoin Cash pairs, but they're like brand new. Well, man, they just took another step. We got out up here. Can you believe that? I've had a lot of trades where I did that and I picked the bottom and it was great, but I've had just as many where it went twice as far as I thought it would. Haven't necessarily seen Tyler either. Oh, okay. So here's one indication that we've had that I missed. Okay, this one, 5 ticks higher. Okay, but then on this one, 5 ticks. So we didn't get more than a 5 tick pullback after that. Now they've taken another 2 legs lower. Notice though here in ZB or ZN, the cumulative delta has been flat almost the whole time. Oh, sorry, I turned off the volume here. I always feel bad when I cut Seth off when he's talking. I wish there wasn't a delay so I could time my typing. Yeah, he's had 1 or 2. So 1 or 2 bad days out of 8, right? No, 5, 6, 7 out of 7. That's pretty good. Whoops, sorry, I must do that. I haven't loaded the stream in a while. It doesn't matter. I can always mute it if I have to, and then read what you guys are saying afterwards. And we posted a picture of his XRP shirt. Let's look. Oh, jeez. So wait, where did you go in at? Oh, I see. So you threw you made a Fibonacci retracement and then you got out there. Gotcha. I'd have to think about how to do that in code though. Because I don't think that there's any built-in Fibonacci indicator. You can draw them, but there's nothing that will like, no. Another one that I've thought about doing is just saying, well, we're going to backtest this after I stop streaming, but so you have these two charts here. So this is the volume one, and it should have gone short here, but then there's also like the one range, and I could also do this with, you know, like a 1000 volume. Okay, also gives signals. By the way, it would have given a short.
Rackley 3 said white dotted line is where I shorted.
Oh, okay. So where, you know, which one is actually more profitable? Because I think what's happening right now is that the exit is so fine-tuned. It's like I lose one tick on the exit, and then that screws up the whole strategy. Because it is taking profitable trades. Another thing I could do is I could just say, always take 4. Like set the profit target to be 4 and just always take that. Let's see what that does. It would probably increase the win percentage a lot if I did that. But it would probably also decrease the overall profitability of it. So right there would be where you'd be getting out, because it just touched the volume weighted moving average, went over it. Kind of like it with the 55 there on that 1000 volume chart. It's kind of nice. On this one, I feel like even with 55, it's just a little too sensitive, you know? Oh, so I have to go now. It's 9:30, didn't even see. But I'm not really seeing myself taking any more trades today. So I'm going to do some back testing and run my miner again. So I'll see you guys in chat. And I want to review real quick. We did take, so ignore those robot ones. We took a sell that we could have gotten 4 or 5 ticks on. Should have gotten out of that one earlier. But then this one we should have just held on. So... oh man. All right, so that's it. See you later.